we have gotten some brand new manga spoilers and manga panels that completely tell us exactly what role Bardock had, not only in the history of Planet Cereal, but also in the lives of Granola and his mom, whose name we actually get revealed in this chapter. So I'm going to give you guys a spoiler warning. This video is going to have major spoilers to what happens, and honestly, I like the direction this is going, and I'm hoping that the full adaptation, because I have some manga panels here that are never before seen, a bunch of brand new stuff here, but the chapter itself, I'm hoping that the entire thing flows exactly like it's shown here. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Chapter begins with Bardock 40 years ago on Planet Cereal. The Cerealians lived in peace with Namekians, exchanging food for water. Suddenly one night, on a full moon, some ships arrive to the planet and some small spherical ships impact with great force on some farm fields. The invaders become giant apes. They are Saiyans. There weren't many Cerealians and Namekians on the planet, so the invaders killed them all quickly. So it looks like this was an extremely quick and fast, efficient destruction of the planet's people, and probably something that maybe a few nights of Saiyan occupation would stamp out before they actually sell the planet. Several soldiers from Frieza's army gather all the Namekians and finish them off. Monaito manages to survive. The elder of the Namekians, in his last breath, gives Monaito the 2 Dragon Balls of the planet. So he gets the Dragon Balls from the elder, and it looks like the soldiers are working with the Saiyans. I always thought the Saiyans went to planets to conquer them on their own. I really never thought that the Saiyans went there and had an escort, you know, with the Frieza soldiers, because I figured the Saiyans wouldn't want collateral damage or wouldn't want anyone getting in the way, because they basically go berserk on a planet, and that's kind of what I thought. But here we're seeing that on Planet Cereal in particular, the Saiyans were working alongside the Frieza force to finish off the inhabitants of this world. The Saiyans continue destroying the city of the Cerealians, but one of the Saiyans with a scar on his face watches a child running away and follows him. The Saiyan follows the child to a church, and there he finds Granola, the child, and his mother. When Granola sees the giant ape, he faints from fear. Cerealians realize the Saiyans transform thanks to the moon, so one of them concentrates all his energy and destroys it. That actually is like the best game plan, and I'm glad that they added this in here to destroy the moon. If Piccolo can destroy the moon with his power level from Dragon Ball Z's earlier sagas, then I would believe anyone on this planet, if they could harness enough ki, they could destroy the moon and stop the transformations. One of the Saiyan notices it and tries to stop him, but the Cerealian fires the attack just before the Saiyan catches him, wounding the Saiyan in the forehead. The Cerealians' attack destroys the moon, and the Saiyans return to their normal form. The Cerealian who has destroyed the moon makes fun of the Saiyans, thinking that they will be very weak now without being transformed, but the Saiyan's Taro tells him he is naive if he thinks that, and then kills the Cerealian easily, because the Saiyans aren't pushovers. They can still destroy things rather quickly. Taro asks the Saiyan Leek if he is okay, since Leek was the one who received the attack from the Cerealian. Leek is upset because the Cerealian attack is going to leave him a scar. So Leek from Dragon Ball Minus, he is the guy that was flying around in a spaceship with Bardock. He actually got a scar from this, he got wounded from this, and that kind of gives him a little bit more backstory. Back at the church, Granola's mother looks at the Saiyan who has returned to his normal form too. We see that he is Bardock. Granola's mom attacks him, throwing ki with her fingers, breaking Bardock's shoulder pod and wounding him in his arm. So she can throw hands. It looks like she's got some energy and some abilities of her own as well, which I definitely like to see. Honestly, I would like to think that the Cerealians that were on the planet actually gave a little bit of a good fight, but it looks like they probably were killed off relatively easily, especially with the fact that they were just destroyed and wiped out by a normal Saiyan that wasn't an Ozaru. Bardock remembers an argument he had with Gine shortly before. We see that Gine told him that their son Goku has already been born, as Bardock he's not going to see him before leaving, since Bardock may spend several months away. We see Raditz outside of the house playing with other children with some beetles. Gine told Bardock that the baby was in the incubator at the back of the house, and told him too that he must choose the baby's name. Bardock was surprised to see Goku. Gine asked him if it was the first time he saw a baby, and Bardock observed his son and decided that his name will be Kakarot. Gine liked the name and hugged the incubator. Just such a lovely, cherished moment. Honestly, I love Dragon Ball Minus, and a lot of people do not like Dragon Ball Minus because it retcons a lot of stuff and it gives Goku kind of like a Superman backstory, but I like the introduction of what a Bardock has become. I like the introduction of Gine. I like all the other Saiyans. I like I just like the whole backstory to it, honestly. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that story, or I want the Saiyans to return. That is something that would be freaking awesome as a cool future chapter, a future arc where the Saiyans do return by some means. Back to the church, while Bardock watches Granola with his mother, Leek arrives and informs Bardock that the mission is over and the order to retreat has been given. Leek doesn't enter the church, so he can't see Granola and his mother. Bardock tells Leek he will go later because he is going to make sure that there are no survivors. Leek tells him it's okay, but he should hurry back because it seems that Frieza is going to arrive on the planet soon. So, did this happen right before Dragon Ball Minus? Is that what's going on here? Did Goku... I think it had to have been because Bardock just saw Goku as a baby. He returns back home and in Dragon Ball Minus, and you see Goku hasn't really aged that much. I'm assuming... I don't know how long he's in the incubator for, but this probably happened right before Minus, which also a great tie-in to Minus. I definitely like it. Bardock puts on his scouter and detects a life form with 5 power units in the mountains. At first, Bardock believes it is an animal, but he realizes that it is more intelligent. In a house in the mountains, we see that Monaito hides the 2 Dragon Balls. Suddenly, he realizes that someone is approaching and he prepares to attack by surprise. When Bardock enters the house, Monaito attacks him with a cane, but Bardock stops it with one hand. Bardock realizes that Monaito's power has increased to 213 units, so he assumes that Monaito is able to control his fighting power at will. Nola's mother enters the house. Monaito is glad that there are more survivors, so it looks like Bardock took Granola's mom to Monaito's house to try to save her, try to hide her away. Granola's mother introduces herself. Her name is Muesli, and Monaito also introduces himself and offers his help. Bardock tells them that they must hide well because Frieza will arrive soon. Okay, so Frieza's coming to planet Cereal. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Monaito asks him why he has helped them in spite of being a Saiyan. Bardock says that it has been a whim and that they must survive. So basically, Bardock's not giving him an answer. It's just something that he wanted to do, and he could easily change his decision. So, I mean, Bardock is being more sentimental because he's got a kid, and this is the Bardock. This is the moment. Granola is the moment, it looks like, that Bardock starts beginning to change for the better, or at least realizing that he doesn't want to be a monstrous killing machine his whole life. He wants something a little bit more. Monaito asks his name before he leaves. Bardock tells him his name. Bardock to the present. Monaito apologizes to Granola for not telling him the truth, which he probably should have done and would have stopped all of this. Monaito tells Goku that he is just like Bardock. Goku says me. Monaito asks Goku if Bardock is his friend or something like that. Goku tells Monaito that he doesn't know much about the Saiyans because he was raised by his grandfather on Earth. Vegeta interrupts the conversation. Vegeta, Kakarot, Bardock is your father's name. Goku is surprised to hear what Vegeta said. Monaito and Granola are surprised too. Goku insists that even if the guy Monaito met in his past was his father, he doesn't know anything about him. After listening to Monaito's story, Vegeta says that it seems Goku has inherited the kindness of his father. So I hope they go a little bit more into that, because Vegeta just realizing that Bardock is his father's name, like, why would he know that? Is there like a resemblance to each name? Like, Bardock and Kakarot are very similar, so Bardock maybe be like, it's translated into like older Kakarot or something. I don't really know, honestly. I hope they go a little bit more into detail with this, because if it's just Vegeta being like knowing everything kind of like for no reason, no explanation, which I mean could possibly happen, I really don't want that to happen, honestly. Monaito continues the story. Back to the past, Bardock is about to leave, but Monaito asks him to wait. Monaito uses his healing powers and heals Bardock's arm. Bardock is surprised that the Mechians are able to heal wounds. Well, or you can be Goku and just heal them on your own. Monaito tells him that a more powerful Namekian is capable of instantly restoring someone's strength. He could barely heal small wounds. Bardock's scouter turns on and detects the presence of other people. Bardock hides among some trees and observes that there are 4 people on the mountain. They are 4 brothers of the Heater Force. The brothers watch Frieza's ship leave. Alec tells his brothers to contact with the Sogurians to negotiate the price of the planet. I knew it. I said this was gonna happen. If you guys have been watching me, I said it, that the Heaters sold the people of planet Cereal out just to turn a profit and put the Sogurians on there instead, which is another race that was completely sent out into space, and their home planet was destroyed by Frieza. So they're playing both ends here. That's what the Heeters are doing, and they're definitely the bad guys in this whole thing. And I knew that was gonna happen. I just called it. Oil asks his brothers how much he's going to sell the planet for. Alec says that it is 10 trillion poles would be fine. Oil asks Alec how much he is going to give to Frieza's army. Alec says 1/10 of part of that. So he's only going to give him a little finder's fee basically for them doing all the work. Maki tells Alec to be careful since Frieza is very intelligent and he has a great battle power. Gas tells Alec that one day they will be above Frieza's army. Muesli approaches Bardock and Monaito and asks if there is anyone there. Alec keeps talking. He says that if they cannot defeat Frieza by force, they will do it with intelligence, financial power, and the power of information, which they have intelligence because they're smart. They have financial power because they've been the only game in the system since Frieza's been gone. And now they have the information, which they got from that one dude. So they have all these things now. This is giving you a foreshadow of what the Heeters' plan is. So what their wish is going to be could be something like, it could probably not be something that to make them stronger or make them like granola, like a very base wish like that. Maybe it's something different. Maybe they're trying to defeat Frieza some other way and become powerful like that. Bardock wonders if Heater Force is going to betray Frieza. Granola wakes up and leaves the house looking for his mother. When he sees Bardock's tail, he panics and starts yelling Saiyan. The noise alerts the Heater Force. Monaito launches a shockwave at Granola to make him lose consciousness. So Granola's out for this next portion of the whole thing. It looks like it is the fault of Granola why his mom gets killed, because Bardock is very nervous and asks Muesli and Monaito to follow his plan. The Heater brothers arrive at the house and they see that Bardock, who is wearing a hooded cloak, about to attack Granola, Muesli, and Monaito. Alec says, Bardock, who is he? Bardock tells him that he has found these survivors and that he is going to kill them. Alec tells him to do it, but Bardock doesn't attack them. Bardock tells Alec and the Namekians have mysterious powers and that they should check it out before killing the Namekian. Suddenly, Alec pulls out a gun and shoots, wounding Muesli. Alec tells Bardock that he is fine with the Namekian, but the other two must be killed as soon as possible. Bardock angrily attacks the Heater Force, but Gas creates a protective barrier to stop Bardock's attack. I think that Gas is still going to be the one. If they're gonna do a someone gets superpowers wish, someone's the strongest in the universe wish, it's gonna be Gas. He's gonna be he's the key to all this. I guarantee it right now. Bardock takes advantage of the smoke screen. Heater's brothers are angry. Bardock and the others are hiding in the forest. Monaito tries to heal Muesli, but he cannot save her. Bardock wonders what the hell he's doing. Monaito asks him what they are going to do now. Alec is very angry. He says that he has no choice but to kill them all. Gas tells him that he will take care of it. Alec tells Gas that he can do it. Meanwhile, they will prepare to welcome Frieza. Alec tells Gas to finish before Frieza arrives. Gas flies away back to the present. Alec and Gas talk on the deck of the ship. Alec asks Gas if he remembers what happened 40 years ago because the guy Gas fought probably was a Saiyan. Gas tells Alec he remembers it and says that will not happen again. Alec tells Gas that now he understands this is all kind of revenge for Gas. Gas tells Alec that he's stronger now. Alec agrees. Then Alec takes out one of the Dragon Balls and says, well, we have this just in case. Maki is in the cockpit of the ship and tells the pilot to hurry up. Maki, let's go for the second Dragon Ball. So it looks like Bardock defeated Gas. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And the defeat is probably the only reason that Bardock's still alive. Bardock probably escaped the planet like that. I don't know why Monaito would have kept that, since Granola is working with the Heeters, why he would keep the fact that they killed his mother away from him. But maybe he thinks that he will go after them in revenge, and they're way stronger, like Gas is way stronger. So maybe he doesn't want to get him killed. I have no idea. This was a fire-ass read. I cannot wait for the actual chapter to come out, honestly. Bardock literally is going, like, all his stories, we just keep going back in time. Remember when he became a Super Saiyan? Just going back in time. Everything about Bardock is going back in time to look at the stories in the past, and he's like the main narrator. I love Bardock. I love this honestly. And I've been critical about the Super manga, but again, this kind of stuff I can get into. I can get behind. It's enjoyable. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this spoiler. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Perish.